good morning, good afternoon, good night. My name is Loyu, and today I'm gonna refer myself as Crox because they know me like this on the WoW Classic community. And today we are gonna talk about WoW Classic, more likely to be real world training on the WoW Classic community and why it's not viable anymore to buy or sell on the WoW Classic. This is gonna be, I'm going to rely on my experience on the server of Benediction because I play over there. Okay, first of all, I'm going to clarify that I do not sell gold, I do not buy gold, and I do not tip anyone to do any of this. Okay, I do not do it. Okay, if you wanna buy some gold or sell some gold, let me know at my email on Discord. I can give you some tips to do it safely so you don't get banned like an idiot. Alright? But I do not do it. Okay? Yeah. Anyways, let's continue. After clarify that. Okay, so like the history of the real world trading on Classic is very interesting. Before it was actually a very good work to do and a very good business because when Classic released the level 61, the gold was very expensive. The thing is, like even WoW is a meme very like popular into the gaming community. It has a bit of niche of population. The people, this the same people with 15 years earlier that like played the game. But like when Classic released, a new community of younger and toxic players entered into the game. Like learning how to play, learning the game, and actually playing instead of the same old people that play retail from 15 years ago. With a big community growing up from Classic, the gold was skyrocket, and not everybody sell gold. And that point on that Classic, the people who sell gold were not foreigners. It was not Venezuelans, not Peruvians, it wasn't Philippines, it was the same people from USA that knew how to make gold 15 years ago who sell gold. They make so much money they can live out of that and make a lot on the time. But when TVC dropped, the gold also dropped 10 times its price. So it wasn't not anymore a job for them. The other communities of foreigners from the USA started making money out of the game and it was reliable for them since the dollars are still very good for them even in their countries. But when Grad of the Lich King dropped, the price of the gold dropped 10 times too. On this moment, the players who make money on the game is now skilled players that enter into the game before for first time on Classic and they understand how to make gold in a big quantities and bots. Okay, so the people who harm the guild more are the bots, people who farm the gold instead of making it the other ways. Why is this? Is because it's like the economy of the game works like any other economy. Every time you kill an ad, that's the way they farm gold and the bots make the money. Is they kill ads, monsters, and go to dungeons to spam this, and they are gonna drop like little bits of gold, like it's gonna be silver or copper, and then like you are gonna get a bunch of this doing it a lot. That's why it's bots doing it now. This money, that's gold, is not from the auction house, it's not from another player, it's not for trading, it's raw gold you got by killing monsters. This gold is gonna inject it into the economy by trading it, selling it, or buying items, and then it's gonna cause inflation. And this is what harmed the game the most. This inflation, it also impacts the real world trading, and now impacts it more when Blizzard released for the first time in Grab of the Lich King the token. What is this? It's a token that gives you 1 month of playtime if you buy it with gold. But who sells the token? Well, then Blizzard sells the token for $20. So it means you can now legally buy from gold from Blizzard, very expensive though. If you pay a bunch of money, if you have, then you can get some gold back and players will get game time. This is gonna impact the real world trading community by a lot. Now the inflation the game has is also gonna impact the economy outside. Before, the economy of the game will change the real world trading if people is actually playing or not playing. But because the player base was getting bigger, the price it only is gonna decrease every time a new expansion drops, because people can get more rare gold if they farm it, and the bots are going to get more inflation into the game. But now that we have the token of Grad of the Lich King, that is gonna change. When CATA drops, the big change that they try to stop the people who get rare gold, make like the number for 10 price drop on gold didn't happen. It just got a part 2 months later. And it took a lot. And the reason it got dropped, actually, it wasn't for the inflation in the game. We didn't got the inflation because a fix they did on the farming community. The inflation happens because players are not playing anymore into the game after Grad of the Lich King fails. Why is this? Because when Grad of the Lich King ends, people think the classic experience ended too. They finished the game. There is not anymore nothing after that. After that, it feels like retail. So people don't wanna play it anymore. The community of buyers, USA players, and even the new players they got on Classic are not playing the game anymore. This affected the community of farmers, and they stopped playing as it wasn't reliable anymore. Unlikely the USA people at the start of Classic, it was for them unreliable anymore when TBC. Now CATA killed them. Now you barely see any farmers getting gold for their families into the game, and what you find farming is actually a bunch of bots who harm the community inside the game, the economy, and everybody. So what I just explained is the reason why making gold for money into the game Classic WoW is not reliable anymore. So if you're planning on doing that, it's a bad idea, because it's not gonna give you money enough to survive, even if you are on some like crazy thing like third world country on the space or Mars, Venezuela, or whatever. It's not gonna be reliable. It's not gonna give you money enough. It's just not gonna happen. You rather looking for another game. And in the other hand, on the other side of the coin, what happened with the guys who still play the game for fun and they wanna buy gold from any seller or reseller instead of Blizzard, because Blizzard is fucking expensive, and with the economy blasting it, it's gonna be even more expensive and not good anymore. So what is happening with them? Okay, so like before on Classic, on TBC and Grad of the Lich King, every time you buy gold, the chance you get banned wasn't actually big. Even though it's very easy for Blizzard to know who is buying gold, they didn't want to ban people because it's a matter of fact something that keeps the game alive. But what happened when they injected the token, now they have the cake and they want a piece of the cake too. So it means they don't care if they ban people who buy gold from other players anymore. So you don't want to be from those players. And also there is this other thing. When you buy gold from players that not farm gold, you are less likely to get banned because it's more harder to them to track it. But because there is less player doing that job, it's more likely you are gonna get banned because you are buying gold from bots, and bots are very trackable by the game, like a lot. In a matter of fact, I'm 100% sure they know who are the bots and who sells and buy gold every single time. But they do not do it right away, and this is actually confirmed by players and people who worked on Blizzard, and they know how this works. Basically, Blizzard at this point into the Classic community, they know who is gonna get banned, but they don't ban it right away. They wait for a ban wave, and in the ban wave, some people get pardoned and other people don't. So if you don't wanna get banned and you love your account, you have legendaries, your account is 10 years old from retail, and you don't wanna get banned for buying gold into the game, I do not recommend it buying gold in the Classic community, SOT, or any Classic account. The only way you are gonna get safe, like buying gold, is like basically You either buy it from Blizzard, an extremely expensive amount, or you can buy it from somebody who sells gold personally. Do not farm it, do not resell it, do not buy it. Like maybe somebody who hosts GDKPs or something. Somebody who you are reliable, you know, is gonna be. It's not me. I do not do it. I do not do it. It, you know, somebody who is gonna get you safe, right? That's the only way, I guess. And even with that, and I think even buying gold from Blizzard is make put yourself into the pointer in that matter, or whatever. I do not recommend to make gold to sell it on WoW, and I do not recommend it to buy it either. But if you like to do it, hit me up on Discord on my email, and I'll give you some tips to not get banned like an idiot. This is Crox. Peace out.